Good morning, students. Today we are going to start our fourth chapter, Climatic Variations. Today we will discuss about weather and climate and the factors that determine the climate of a place. Weather. Weather is the condition of atmosphere at a particular place and particular time. It can change from day to day and even from hour to hour. In other words, we can say weather is the average condition of atmosphere for a short period. On the other hand, climate is the average weather condition of a place for a long period of time. The climate in the Himalaya range is cold. The climate in and around Chennai is hot and humid. Factors affecting climate. Different places in the world have different types of climate. The climate of a place affects the people living there in many ways. The clothes they wear, the food they eat, the type of houses they live in are all affected by the climate. Next, we will read about factors that influence climate. Different factors that affect the climate of a place are latitude or distance from the equator, altitude or height above the sea level, humidity, distance from the sea, and ocean current. Firstly, we will discuss the first factor, that is latitude. The earth gets heated by the rays of the sun falling on it. In the diagram, we see that the rays of the sun falling on the equator are direct rays. So, the areas near the equator are the hottest in the world because the rays of the sun have to cover less distance. But as we move from the equator towards the pole, we see that the rays of the sun are slanting. They have to cover great distance. So the areas or the regions near the pole are the coldest in the world. Different parts of the earth receive different amount of heat from the sun. Depending on the amount of heat received from the sun, there are three climatic or heat zones on the earth. They are the torrid zone, second the temperate zone, and the third the frigid zone. We will study these three zones by the diagram. In the diagram, we see that the area on both sides of the equator between the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is called the torrid zone. The word torrid means extremely hot as it lies near the equator. This zone receives maximum heat. It is hot throughout the year. Second, temperate zone. The areas that lie in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in Northern Hemisphere and Tropic of Capricorn and Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere are called the temperate zones. This region has a mild or moderate climate, neither very hot nor very cold. Third is frigid zone. The areas lie between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere, and Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere are called the frigid zones. They receive very little amount of heat from the sun. They are very cold and large parts are covered with snow throughout the year. So students, today we have discussed about weather, climate and factors affecting the climate of a place and the heat zones of the earth. Tomorrow we will continue this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.